So, real quick, as you can see, I'm wearing my noble stuff. Rich stuff. Right? Which brings my charisma to 24. If you want, you can also wear perfume. Let's see. Yes. Which will further enhances your skill checks.
Are you Sternad? The one that went with Zdenna?
Who the fuck are you?
Just an ordinary bloke who has some questions.
Well then, piss off. You won't get any answers here. All you're gonna get here is a kick in the teeth.
So, I am a brawler. I've been practicing, got a few moves. So I can't take this guy no problem. Although this is 28, so there's a good chance. It's like 50-50 when it's hard. But we're just going to fight him, beat him, and then get everything else we want out of him.
Better men have tried it than a cock puller like you.
Cock puller? I'll fucking pull your cock clean off. I'm gonna bash your face in. You never stop. Bad luck.
Why did you do that?
Useless.
That mad. Why'd he do it?
Every time I try to do an unarmed combo, they always stop me in the middle. See? Can't get it off. Every single time. Every time, bro. This game pisses me off so much about that.
This is unbelievable.
And if I have one criticism of this game is this fix on camera thing is so stupid. Especially when you're fighting multiple opponents. Forcing you to lock onto one person at a time is just silly. You spend most of your time fighting the camera instead of your opponents.
Enough! I give up!
Right. We took too many hits from him, but it's okay.
Had enough?
Fuck yeah, damn it.
We didn't bloody our pretty
What the hell
clothes.
do you want from me?
Talk. Where's Zdenna?
The last time I saw her, it's a long time ago. She scored big. Everyone was fucking jealous. She just needed to pawn it off.
And where did she go with her loot? Do you know?
Well, she had some kind of arrangement with this fella called Pint from the mill. The one called Rabstein. She always took the stuff to him.
Do you remember what she managed to steal?
Mainly jewels. Gold and silver. No bloody pewter. She had some fucking huge golden signet ring. A bloke could fuck for a whole month with something like that.
Yikes.
You know whose crest was on it?
I don't know. I'm no expert. But it were bloody expensive, that's for sure.
Do you know who she took it off?
She always said she found it on the street. That's because if the wrong ears hear it, you can end up in the shit. Or on the gallows, even.
Did she hang out with any men?
She liked to hang around with that crooner that plays for the miners in that tavern of theirs. Made him sing songs and that. Oh, and once she got in a quarrel with that fucking priest Prokop. That was a laugh.
And what about this priest? Why was he quarrelling with her?
I don't know. He was blabbering some shit about finding her a job. Only she didn't want it.
Could she have run away with that bard?
I doubt it. He was a bit of a milksop. He tried to be all mysterious and play the tough fella. But you could see he was lying. And Zdenna could see right through him, I bet.
Why do you think so?
Because he was getting on my nerves. So I cornered him in a dark alley one time. He ran away so fast, I bet he shit himself.
Okay. Got enough out of him. Now let's go in here and talk to the innkeeper. Oh, there he is.
Means your thing. Full of flea.
How can I help you today, friend?
Did Estanya work here?
Stanya. Maybe. It depends on who's asking.
My name's Henry.
Names don't interest me. The main thing is whether it's a good guest or a bad guest asking. What kind of guest are you, Henry?
I'm a good guest.
Really? Let's see. Do you know how to recognize a good guest?
Depends if they're loyal to your tavern and come often.
Trust is all important. I'm plenty happy to talk to folks what faithfully hand their groschen over to me. So, what'll it be, my good man?
What if I simply pay?
Ask away.
I want to know if Stanya worked here.
She did. And she don't know more. What's it to you?
I heard she disappeared without a trace. So I'm trying to find out if anyone had anything to do with it.
It's possible. The chamber she was sleeping in here was totally ransacked. The door open. Everything emptied out. And Stanya was gone. All I found were bloody footprints.
How did Stanya's room look?
The door was wide open. Most of her things were gone, but some remained. And there was blood all over the place.
Blood? Was there a lot?
Not so much, really. More like hand or footprints. But they were near everywhere. If someone done her in, they definitely didn't do it in that chamber.
Tell me something else.
First, you'll have another beer. Or is it time to pay?
What?
If you want to ask, you have to drink. Didn't you get that?
You're quite the extortionist.
I prefer to be called an enterprising man of trade. So, what'll it be?
Okay, so this is what we want. That's what we just paid him in the beginning. And that's where we work on our speech. Every time you're selling or buying, always haggle. That works on your speech. That raises your speech. Which is great because, in 1, you start at 0, but KCD 2, you don't start at 0. You already have points into all that stuff. So, right now, because of our clothing, all of our stats and everything, this option is 22 for us. And it's super easy for me. It might not be the same for you, but now we don't have to pay him anymore. We could just flip everything on him to get information out of him.
I don't want to pay you any more. I think you could answer my questions directly and not always try to wheedle money out of me. That makes it look like you might have some motive for keeping me from finding out anything about that murder.
Nonsense. How could you think that? Come on. Ask me anything you want.
What was Stanya like? What can you tell me about her?
A bold woman. One has to be here. Everyone's ballsy here unless you nib it in the bud right away. She was hanging around a bard for a while. I don't know how close they were, but she also had another suitor.
Someone from the city?
No, a charcoal burner. I heard he was from somewhere in the, Verchlitz Valley. I think his name was Barton?
Okay, Barton the chocolate burner. You can talk to him about Stanya. Cool.
Did anybody see what actually happened when Stanya disappeared?
No, it was at night. Nobody saw or heard anything. The tavern tends to be empty at that hour. And you won't meet many people on the street, neither.
What do you know about that bard?
What about him? He's a minstrel, a skirt chaser. What more can I say? He called himself William. As far as I know, he plays in the miners' tavern in the evenings. But sometimes he shows up here, too.
You think he might have been the one who...
Now that you mention it, he cleared out of town for a while and only came back not long ago. It could be him, all right. I know he met with some odd people and talked about God knows what, like bloody spies. Besides, you know what minstrels are like. Lasses just flock to them. And like they say, opportunity makes the thief.
Or in this case, a murderer. Apart from those men, did anyone else know Stanya? I mean, more intimately.
Well, I got bad news for you. She had 2 close friends, but you won't get much out of either of them.
Why?
One was hit by a cart, even before Stanya disappeared, and she died. And the other one got married and moved away.
That's all I need to know.
Okay, so we have William the minstrel and Barton the chocolate burner.
Good day.
Okay.
Greetings to you as well.
So, and initial suspects,
Good.
Pay attention, because it's definitely going to be one of these guys for sure.
Hey,
So,
where's that beer?
Greetings to you
let's go
two.
inside.
Good day
Excuse
to you.
me.
I apologize.
But you didn't wake me up.
Okay, so we are off to so there's that ale house here we can go to. So we're still in Kutzenberg, so let's go do this one first. Oh, that's where William is. So this is the Chocolate Burner's bar. Okay. Hopefully he is here. Oh, there he is.
It's William, right? I need to talk to you.
What is it? Do we know each other? Do I owe you money?
My name's Henry, and no, we don't know each other, and you don't owe me money. But we do have something in common. We have a lot of mutual friends.
What? What do you want of me? I don't have to talk to you.
Well, you don't have to, that's true. But you should. It's in your own best interest.
What are you talking about?
If you don't start giving me some answers right now, I reckon you'll end up begging in the streets. Because I'll break all your fingers, and you'll never play the lute again, you miserable minstrel.
What? No! Come on, I didn't do anything!
Stop whining and talk, or I'll be the one doing something to you.
Come on. All right then. Ask away.
Did you ever meet Yarka? It was a long time ago, but I heard she used to hang around you a lot. And Father Prokop didn't like it.
Oh, that one. Aye, she was very keen on my company for a while, but then she stopped coming.
Because somebody killed her.
I know what happened was a tragedy, but it wasn't my fault. She stopped talking to me long before that. Honest.
And did you know she was pregnant?
What? Yarka was... That's horrible. Who would kill a pregnant woman?
That's what I'd like to find out. What about the unwilling father-to-be? It wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
What? Mine? I never even got under her skirt. We just flirted a bit, and then she stopped coming by.
And can you tell me anything else about it?
I don't know anything. It was a long time ago. You said so yourself.
And what about Alice? Did you know her?
I know a lot of Alice's. You have to be more specific.
The one they found dead somewhere below the town walls.
Oh, her. I didn't know her, but I heard about it.
I heard she used to go to dances.
Yeah, and? I'm not the only musician in the city. I really didn't know her.
They say she had a rich young suitor. Do you know anything about that?
Me? Do I look rich to you? I get paid in food.
But you could at least pass yourself off as wealthy.
Or I could claim to be the Virgin Mary, but I doubt anyone would believe me.
And I hear you knew Stanya.
Which one do you mean?
The alehouse wench from the hole. I heard you had something with her too.
Well, she batted her eyes at me a couple of times when I was still playing there. A nice girl, but I didn't know her much.
And the innkeeper Mole told me a different story. He said you were the one coming on to her.
Fine, we had a bit of fun together. But she was always the one who started it.
And aren't you just saying that because she left you?
Oh, come on! I could have any woman, if I wanted. The innkeeper must have got it mixed up. He's an old drunkard after all. If I was you, I wouldn't take him too seriously.
And what about Zdena? You knew her, right?
Do I know Zdena? As wild as the wind and always full of life. And those nimble fingers. You always had to check your purse around her.
Did she steal something from you?
A travelling minstrel doesn't have much to steal, but she was well aware of that. She was on the lookout for some better prey.
You don't happen to know who she wanted to rob?
There were lots. Anyone she thought was rich enough who let her ply her charms for a while. Like young von Groller. When he started coming here, she got to him right away. Said she was going to rob him blind. Far as I know, she didn't succeed. If she robbed a noble like von Groller, word would get around. Look, why are you asking me about all this? You don't seriously think I killed her, do you?
Well, you didn't know them all.
And? I'm surely not the only one.
That may be true. But everybody knows you're a skirt chaser, and they were all pretty girls. And now, they're dead.
But I had nothing to do with it!
I don't believe a word you say, and I'll make certain you pay for your deeds.
You're out of your mind! I didn't do nothing to those girls. Nobody will believe you.
Nobody has to believe me. I'll take care of you myself.
Okay. So, that got nice and heated. I like that. This guy, he's very cocky. He's obviously hiding more. I don't know why we didn't get an option to get more out of him. And he has the short sword too. But at the same time, he's very obvious. So, I don't know. I don't know. When he fits, you know, he knew all of them. I mean, he's perfect for it. So, he might be too perfect. I don't know. We'll see. Alright. So let's go to this one.